Hey everyone, I'm Kai Chimura, the host of Soccerpedia. I am very excited to have Kasper Hämäläinen to be a guest on our show today. Kasper is a Finnish international soccer player who currently plays for FK Jablonec in Czech Republic's top division. Kasper has played in various countries in Europe. He started off his career in Finland before moving to Sweden, then to Poland, and then now into Czech Republic. He made his debut for Finland's international soccer team back in 2008. He has 63 caps and has scored 9 goals for Finland in his international career. And so I'm very excited to have him. This podcast episode will mainly be in English, but I may try to toss in some Finnish as well. So without further ado, here's the show. Hey, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Tervetuloa. Kiitos, että sulla oli aikaa tulla podcastiin.
Joo, ei mitään. Se on ihan kiva vaan.
So I just want to, this is the 17th episode of the Soccerpedia podcast, and you're the first Finnish player that I've had. And so I'm very
history.
So were you going to say something?
Yeah, we're making history here. Do you want me to have the headphones or without?
No, you're fine. I hear you perfect.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So just wanted to, so I got my Finland jersey on. So I just want to let you know, Kasper, that my mom is from Finland. And so my dad's Japanese. So it's just very exciting to have you on the show. And
Where is she from? Your mother?
My mom's from Kokkola.
Kokkola, okay.
Yeah, so I've been to Finland 10 times. I was just here a year ago because I have family in Helsinki, Turku, Jyväskylä. So it's a beautiful country. So you currently play for FK Jablonec, and the season just concluded, and you guys qualified for the qualification stage for the Europa League. Correct?
Yeah.
So how's this new season looking like? Because a lot has happened in this year with the coronavirus. So how is the team looking and preparing for this upcoming season?
Yeah, as you said, it was a crazy season, especially the ending of the season. So there was a longer break. I think we had a 2-month break, or even longer, I'm not sure, but we had to train individually, and it was weird. It was first time for me, and we just have to stay at home. Basically, you can go for a walk or something, but you have to have masks and everything. So it was a totally new situation for me also, and it ruined the season a little bit, of course, with the rhythm and everything. So when it went pretty fast, actually, the whole thing. So at last we were fortunate enough we could start the season again, and we had maybe 12 games left or something. So we finished it without any spectators, and it was basically empty stadiums and everything. So I'm glad we finished it, of course. And but it was weird. And well, in the end, we came out 4th, and we get the Europa qualification, and so it was something that we wanted also. That was our goal for the season. So in that way, it was a pretty good season. Yeah.
And so, of course, this is you've played in Poland and Sweden, and of course in Finland. So, is there a league or a country that you have always wanted to play in but have not yet played in?
I have, actually, and it's United States.
Okay.
It was a big dream of mine for a long time, actually, to play there, and it never went through. And of course, in football, you never know what will happen. But they changed the strategy a little bit in the States. They decided to take a little bit youngers maybe and sell them to Europe or that way. So they started to do business of it instead of taking maybe a little bit older players that can give something to the teams experience way. And so I missed the train a little bit there, and sad in a way. But a few times I came close to sign to a club there. So in that way, but it wasn't the right timing for me to come there. Yes.
Because recently, of course, you've your fellow Finnish international teammates like Jukka Raitalan, Lassi Lappalainen, and Alexander Ring, and even Rasmus Schüller, within the past few seasons, have made their way to MLS. So, do you think the trajectory of MLS? Do you maybe see more Finnish players trying to play in the Major League Soccer?
I hope so. I hope so. Of course, it's a great league, and I hope that these players that are playing there at the moment, Finnish players, that they will show some kind of way to other players from Finland, that they might have a chance there also. So they're like representing Finland in there at the moment. So if they're doing good, of course, clubs will be interested of signing new Finnish football players there also. This doesn't go only to the States; it goes everywhere in Europe, actually. We have more and more players abroad, which is a good thing. And but it takes time to come, so that we have enough players abroad that we can raise the football in Finland also.
Speaking of raising the football in Finland, historically qualified for the Euros. Of course, the tournament got postponed to next year, and so this is Finland's first ever time to qualify for either the World Cup or the Euros. What was that feeling like for the team to qualify for that tournament?
Well, it's been a long fight. Of course, we have been close a few times to qualifying, but we never made it till the end. And now at last we managed to do it. So it was a big historical moment, of course, in Finland. And unluckily, I wasn't that big a part of it. I played only 2 first games of the qualification, but still, what a group it was, and a lot of good players with a great atmosphere in it. So they made something special this year. So in a way, it shows that Finnish football is going in the right direction at the moment, and we are doing something right, and we are having players that has the level that is going to be needed in these kind of tournaments. So I'm looking forward to see how it will go next year.
And do you think that with this building block of new players entering the national team, do you think that Finland's next expectations is to try to qualify for the next World Cup in 2022?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this first time, of course, we're just gonna enjoy the moment and just be there and see how it is. And hopefully in the future we will have more chances of qualifying. And as I said, this is just a result of good things happening in the Finnish football at the moment. So and this will also raise the awareness of football in Finland, which hasn't been maybe always that interesting for people, because of we haven't succeeded that well. If we take a look at ice hockey, we basically every year we are fighting for the top three there. So this is a nice welcoming of football also.
Definitely. And it's not like Finland did not have any star players, in the past. They had Jari Litmanen, Sami Hyypiä, and of course Mikael Forsell and Jussi Äskeläinen. So of course that generation of players have now since retired. So what do you think was the difference between the players of back then to this current pool of players now?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I've been thinking about it also because, as you mentioned, those players they were the golden era. Actually, we had a really good team back then, and still we didn't manage to qualify. So Football is a complicated sport, and there's not only one easy answer to everything. So, but I would say that the atmosphere and the working ethic we had in this team was something that I haven't seen before. And together with a coach that can handle all kind of players that we are, this kind of mix-up bring something new, and gave us the opportunity to even try to achieve our goals, and we did it in a fantastic way. And also the beginning of our qualification, we started off really well, which we haven't done in many years. So that was also a positive effect for that.
Do you think that as well, of course, you guys started off really well in the qualifiers, but of course, the year prior to that, the UEFA developed the inaugural UEFA Nations League, and you guys were in the same group as Hungary, Estonia, and Greece, and you guys came in first place and got promoted to I think the League B for Nations League. And so do you think that may have been somewhat of a jumping platform to continue that good form for the Euro qualifiers?
As you said, we started off really well there also, and could be that this platform was kind of course, it gave us a lot of self-confidence in a way, but also we had a plan B to go into if something would happen with the real qualifications. So in that way, we felt quite secure all the time that whatever happens, we have an alternative to go in. So, but we never needed that, and in a way, it also showed that we were pretty. It wasn't just lucky for us to get there, because we managed to play well also in the Nations League. So yeah, it was. But it was some kind of security we had also there, which gave us positive effects also.
And I want to focus a little bit more on your own personal career, both club and internationally. You, of course, you made your debut back in 2008 against Switzerland.
Yeah, that's right.
Your first goals came in 2010 against San Marino, which was Jari Litmanen's final game for Finland. I wanted to ask you, what was that game like against San Marino, knowing that you, of course, scored a couple of goals, and as well, that was Jari Litmanen's final game for Finland?
Yeah. Well, of course, everyone knows that Jari Litmanen, he's the biggest player we have had in the history, and for him to step aside, it was a big, yeah, how to say it. It was something that we knew will happen, but we didn't want it to happen. And of course, it was a big loss of the national team in that way. He showed me and all the players how to be professional, and that we can do it also. A Finnish player can go somewhere, play in Barcelona, play in Liverpool, play in Ajax, go to Champions League finals and everything, and win it. So he gave the right direction in a way, and for him to step aside, it was ending of something and beginning of something. So in that way, we couldn't avoid it, and this was the right way to go. And he was a great player and great personality also.
Do you still keep in contact with him?
Every now and then, if I see him in Finland, yeah, of course we chat a little bit and so on, but not in a everyday conversations. We don't have, no, but he's a good guy, and it's nice to speak because he knows a lot of football. He knows all the statistics and everything, so he has a good knowledge of that. So it's interesting to talk with him. Yeah.
Mm. And what has been your, I guess, proudest moment, either international career or club-wise? What's let's say top 3 highlights that you look back like, I'm very happy that I was a part of that or did that?
Well, I would say of course, the first international team game was something. Even though I don't remember anything about the game because I was so nervous, still to play with those guys, to walk to the pitch with all the guys you basically have been looking upon your childhood, and now I was one of them now. So this was a proud moment for me. Second one was maybe the championship with Lech Poznan in Poland. This was my first championship, and we really fought for it. So it was a big moment for me and for the whole team also, that we achieved something that we have been struggling for a couple of years. So a third one, maybe to play in the Champions League, to hear this Champions League hymn, and being a part of that also was kind of a childhood dream for me. And so these three they are something that I come on top of my mind now.
And you mentioned Lech Poznan. You're probably one of the rare players that's played for both Lech Poznan and then Legia Warsaw. How was that transfer like, knowing that those two clubs have a huge rivalry in Poland?
Oh, it was a big one. Of course. I played for Lech Poznan for 3 years, and I knew that Legia Warszawa is a big rival for them, and I knew how the things are working there. And my contract was ending in December, and I didn't know. Actually, I didn't know where I'm going to sign in January. So in the end of December, Legia Warszawa called me and asked about my situation. And before this, I didn't even think about it. I had some other plans. I wanted to go somewhere else and everything. But in the end, when they came with their proposition, it was something interesting, of course, and both financially and sport-wise, I knew how the club is working. I knew the club, and so in that way, I felt pretty confident that I know where I'm going to be signing to. So I was looking at the pros and cons for a while, and I came to a solution that maybe this is for the best. And I have to admit that I didn't know that it will affect so much other people's lives that it did. And it was a crazy moment in very many situations. But it was something that I did, and I don't regret it. But it took a lot of energy, of course.
So you've played, mentioned earlier, you've played in Finland, Sweden, Poland, and now Czech Republic. What do you think has been the toughest league that you have played in? Or what's something that, I guess, what's the difficulty to adjust in those various different leagues?
For me, the toughest one is Czech Republic. I think there are a lot of good clubs here, a lot of young players, and so in that category, I would say Czech Republic would be the highest level. But they are quite similar to Poland. It's really aggressive. It's really physical league. So in a way, I know I played 6.5 years in Poland, so I got to know how players play this game, and in a way try to figure out how to survive yourself from the pitch, with because I'm not a big guy. I'm not good at fighting all the time and everything. So and Sweden also, it's a physical league as well, but the tempo isn't that high like in Czech or in Poland.
And when you initially left TPS Turku in 2010 and you made your first leap abroad, was there other clubs or other leagues that you were interested in when you first left Finland to play?
Yeah, I was 23, I think, which is quite an old age to go from Finland, because usually players are going when they are 18, 19, maybe 20. But after this, it can be a little bit harder because people aren't actually looking that much to the Finnish league because it's not that good. But I think it has been improving a lot the last 10 years. So I hope people are coming more and more to see Finnish players also. And like I said, our achievement to go to the qualification and the tournament will give, of course, some positive trends to that. It was something that I wanted to do when I was 23, and we came third, I think. And I knew that now it's the moment to go. And I was maybe a little bit too fast on my decisions, because this was the first offer I got from abroad in a way, and I almost immediately said, okay, I go, because I wanted to go somewhere else to see how it is. So it was kind of a rush decision, but like I said, that was the first offer I got. So in a way, it turned out pretty good.
And where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5-10 years time? Do you think that you want to, after your playing career is over, do you think that you want to get into coaching or managing?
Well, for sure, it's going to be something with sports to do. Yeah. And my father has a business, and I'm studying at the moment, so I'm getting prepared for life after football in a way. And I'm looking actually forward to it also. But I try to still try to enjoy these last few years that I have left, and because it won't last forever. I have said in several interviews that I don't want to be a coach, and I don't know. Actually. It's you never know what will happen, but something with football, something with sports, it will be. Maybe if I had to say now, I would say I would like to be more into the management. But you never know. Maybe I will go climb those ladders, to maybe from the grassroots go up and up. I don't know. We'll see. But for sure, something with sports, yeah.
And do you see yourself staying in the Czech Republic or returning to Finland or being somewhere completely different?
Well, I think it's going to be Finland. My contract is ending in 1 year. So, and my son is turning 6 then, so he's going to preschool and everything. So we had to think about this also a little bit. So I think it's going to be Finland, and then we will see what will happen, because I hope that the contacts I have made during my career will give me some good things in the future, and I hope I can use them also.
And another topic, how is the food in Czech Republic compared to Poland and Finland? What's your favorite cuisine?
The food is actually quite similar than in Poland. It's a lot of meat, it's a lot of potatoes, a lot of spinach, and so yeah, I'm used to it now. But during my 6.5 years in Poland, I could see a huge step, in development there also. If you take a look at the shops or anything, you have so much more now to choose from than 6.5 years ago what you had there. So they've developed both countries for sure. So, but these are the cuisines they have here at the moment. So, but you can have everything. But this a lot of meat and potato actually.
Was it when you first moved abroad? Like, did you ever have any language barriers going to Sweden or Poland and Czech Republic?
The first language barrier was in Poland. In Sweden, I speak Swedish. It's my mother tongue, so in a way, it was easy for me to go there. But when I went to Poland, they didn't speak that much English, and I didn't speak Polish at all. And so we had maybe 6 or 7 foreign players, and all of us, we had our own translator next to us, and during the meetings. So the coach was speaking in Polish, and we had 6, 7 guys speaking to all players. And but after half a year or 1 year, I didn't need it anymore. I started to learn the language that much that I could understand what the coach is saying. So it was a little bit a problem in the beginning, but not that big actually. So it went pretty smooth.
And then now you're in the Czech Republic. Has it translated well as far as the language barrier?
Yeah, it's pretty good also because the language is quite similar here than to Polish. So in a way, my learnings in Poland came in a big help here in the beginning also, because they don't speak that much English here also. Few of the players, of course, they speak and they help all the foreign players. But it was a bit more problem here than when I came first time to Poland.
And you, of course, when it comes to professional soccer players, that is a goal that many young kids and people have. Soccer's grown so far as a sport, and you have basically reached, the professional levels. You've represented your national team. You appear in various FIFA video games. What are some advice that you want to tell anybody that aspires to become a professional soccer player?
I would say what I see these days, kids, they are, of course, you have to have dreams that push you forward, and you want to learn more and everything. This is the most important thing, of course. And but I would say these days we are too concentrated on only football at the moment. It gets too much of football. And what I liked in my childhood and what I did was I played different sports all the time. It didn't get too serious for me, football, until I was 17 or 16. So at this age, I started to think about it actually for the first time in my childhood, that this might be it actually. And before that, I didn't bother to think about it too much, and I just tried to enjoy it. And with my personality, I was kind of a perfectionist. I wanted everything to be perfect. I got mad if something went wrong and everything. I know I was childish in a way, but this helped me also to achieve my goals in a way. So I would say to kids out there at the moment, don't take it too seriously, and concentrate on other things also, other sports. I did ice hockey, I went to judo, I went to track and field. I did everything I could, because you can take all the good things from there and bring it to you as a package. And then if it's football, then it's football. You have to have luck also, but determination and good work ethic, these are the keys for a good career if everything goes well.
That's really good advice. I was curious, like for your nickname is Kappe. Where did that nickname come from? Is it a traditional nickname for if your name's Kasper, or did some childhood friend come up with it? I was wondering where that came from.
Pretty normal, if your name is Kasper. Normally in Finland, the name is Kasperi with an I in the end, but mine is Kasper because I have a Swedish past in my history. So I'm Kasper, and I was called Kappe, yeah, when I was a baby already. So in a way, it's normal nickname. And yeah, it's been. But here in abroad, I never mention it also. So it's only my first name Kasper, or then Hämäläinen, Hama or something. It's my nickname.
It's I was just asking because usually or whenever Finland plays has an international match, and I try to watch it on my computer, and whenever it's a Finnish commentator, they sometimes call you Kappe, and I was just wondering where did that come from.
No, it's pretty normal nickname, and it's stick from when I was 4 or 5 year old maybe.
Okay. I just wanted to say, Kasper, thank you very much. Kiitos tosi paljon, että sulla oli aikaa tulla mun haastatteluun, ja toivon, että sulla on hyvä kausi ensi kaudella.
Kiitos paljon. Kiitos, että pääsin tulemaan. Ja tsemppiä.
Yes. Thank you very much, and have a good rest of the weekend.
Yeah, thank you. You too. All the best. Bye.